How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 115 days left until the game's released on December 7th, and today we will be talking about another supposed leak. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if this leak is true or not, so make sure you take it with a grain of salt and realize I'm talking about this just for fun. If you would like to read along while I talk, you can find the link to the original post in the description bar down below. Before we get started, I have a couple of things I need to announce. The first thing I need to announce is that if we reach 1,000 subscribers by Sunday, August 26th, I'll be giving away a Nintendo eShop gift card. The details of this giveaway will be announced then, so just make sure you're subscribed for all of the updates. The next thing I wanted to announce is that tomorrow, instead of making my normal leak video, I'll be making top 10 most likely newcomers that will join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I wanted to try something new, and if you guys enjoy it, I'll make top 10 most likely Echo Fighters that will join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The last thing I wanted to announce is that tomorrow I will be setting up a Discord at the request of many of my subscribers. So if you would like to be a part of that, make sure you check the description of tomorrow's video for the link. So now, with all that actually out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leak. Today's leak comes from GameFAQs.com, and it is titled Another NeoGAF Leak and is posted by Andre123. It starts by saying, "Hello again, everyone. I wanted to share the missing information with you all that I got for the game's final characters. 2 out of the 7 newcomers are already confirmed, and here are the final ones. King K Rool, who has already been confirmed. Simon Belmont, who has already been confirmed. Isaac from Golden Sun, who is on his way. Monster Hunter, who is still in development, which is the reason why he wasn't confirmed today. Terra from the Final Fantasy series. Another Bandai Namco character. And Prince Sable from For the Frog, the Bell Tolls." Coming to the Echo Fighters, there are people who didn't understand the system behind my information. The 2 X that were left were indeed Dark Samus and Richter. It was the amount of characters I got information on for the time being, and I didn't include characters like Inkling, Ridley, and Daisy since they were already officially confirmed at that point. Since people doubted it, I only wanted to share information again when some of the characters I called were finally confirmed. There will be no more X this time since I wanted to make sure that everyone is named. With that said, there will indeed be more Echo Fighters than I anticipated before. Chrom, who is based on Roy and is already confirmed. Sauron, who is based on Robin, who is still on his way. Dark Samus, who is based on Samus, who is already confirmed. Richter, based on Simon Belmont, who is already confirmed. Ken, based on Ryu, who is on his way. Shadow the Hedgehog, based on Sonic, who is still on his way. Felix, based on Isaac, will be revealed together with Isaac like Simon was with Richter. Isabel, based on Villager, who is still on her way. And Galacta Knight, based on Meta Knight, who is still on his way. As for the Bandai Namco character, it's the only one left I don't know about. I will update it if I get my hands on that information. That's it for the main roster. I don't know if there are any plans for DLC, but since Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U had DLC, you can most likely expect it here as well. In addition to the information already presented in that post, we actually got some more information from the poster. He states, "Alright everyone, this will be the very last update I will be giving until launch since my source won't provide me any information for the future due to various reasons. Any questions you might have after this one, I simply can't answer from now on since I am not the source, but simply the deliverer of this information. And remember, I get this information piece by piece, which is why I need to update my current information like last time. With that said, I will try to answer as many of your questions you asked here as possible, and I will also mention some more surprises that I got. Who is the other Bandai Namco character? According to the information I got, the character will be Lloyd from the Tale of series. What about Skull Kid? Whoever provided that information was indeed 100% correct. Skull Kid will indeed make an appearance based on his transformations from the Majora's Mask, but there is something missing on which I'm going to get in a minute. Will there be an adventure mode? There will indeed be something along those lines. There will be an upgraded mode, which is a mixture between the Brawl Subspace and Melee's adventure mode. How can Galacta Knight be playable if he is already used as a skin for Meta Knight? That you would have to ask Mr. Sakurai himself. I only tell you what I got, I don't know how or why. With that said, some surprises I'll be showing to you in a minute will also fall into that category. Why are you deleting all of your posts? Let's just say it's part of the deal for providing the information, even if it doesn't make sense to some of you. Here's a little bit more of information I got. Boss Battle mode will be in the game. There is now an option to switch your character's voices from English to Japanese and vice versa. There will be a new mastermind in the game like Taboo from Brawl. The motto, "Everyone is here," wasn't only meant for the playable characters. With that out of the way, I mentioned a few more surprises. Those who have been following my information until this point will understand why this is surprising. Since this is my very last post, I wanted to play a little game and let you figure out who I am talking about. There will be one hint for each surprise I got. Hint 1, in relation to the Skull Kid information. The princess will be happy to see this person again. Hint 2, a young man's unstoppable destiny. One will live and one will die. Hint 3, beloved little guy, with blue as his favorite color. Hint 4, dynamic duo. That was it for my final information that I got for the game. As always, you are free to believe it or not, and I will also delete these posts in a few days. So now that we've gone over the entire leak, let's talk about it. So first of all, we already know that King K Rool and Simon Belmont are confirmed for the game, and this was posted after the Smash Direct, so this was common knowledge to everyone. However, he also claims that Isaac, a character from Monster Hunter, Terra from Final Fantasy, another Bandai Namco character, and Prince Sable will be joining the roster. One of the first red flags I see with this leak is that 3 of the characters, those being the Monster Hunter character, Terra, and Prince Sable, were not very highly requested on the Super Smash Bros. Ballot. And one of the things that Sakurai said is that he's taking a lot of consideration from the Smash ballot, which is why we got characters like King K Rool. However, to be fair, a Monster Hunter character does make sense because we do have Rathalos as a boss character, but I just don't see Terra from the Final Fantasy series or Prince Sable joining the roster, even though Prince Sable was an assist trophy. So now we move on to the Echo Fighters, and we have Sauron, who's going to be based on Robin, and I don't know too much about Sauron because I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem fan, but if this is true, that means we're going to be getting 2 more Fire Emblem characters total, and that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That is a lot of Fire Emblem characters. However, I do think it's very likely that we will see Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu, as he's the original Echo Fighter. He was basically the same as Ryu in the Street Fighter games, and we do know that third-party franchises can have second character representation, so I think we will see Ken join the roster. And then we have Shadow the Hedgehog, and everyone knows that Shadow's going to join the game as an Echo Fighter. His assist trophy was replaced with Knuckles, and there's just so much evidence pointing towards it that it would be a shame for Shadow not to join the roster as an Echo Fighter at the very least. And then we have Felix, who is going to be an Echo Fighter of Isaac, and I don't know much about Golden Sun, so I'm not sure how similar they are, but Golden Sun isn't too relevant right now, so I'd be really surprised if we saw more than one character come from the Golden Sun franchise. However, if we did get 2 Golden Sun representatives, I'd be very happy because I know there's a lot of fans out there really pulling for Isaac. Next we have Isabel, who is based on Villager, and everyone thinks that Isabel is going to be in the game, and I am no exception. And finally, we have Galacta Knight, who is based on Meta Knight, and personally I think we're going to be seeing Dark Meta Knight because we do have the Galacta Knight skin, but if we do see Galacta Knight, I wouldn't be opposed to it. So then we move on to the post made by the leaker yesterday, and he claims that the other Bandai Namco character is going to be Lloyd from the Tales of series, and honestly I could see that, and I think that Lloyd Irving would make a very good addition to the Smash Bros. Roster. However, in terms of how likely I think this is, I think that there are a lot more third-party characters that deserve the spot over Lloyd. And then the leaker claims that Skull Kid will be in the game based on his transformations from the Majora's Mask. This leads me to believe that Skull Kid is actually going to be a boss in the new adventure mode and not a playable fighter, because he does not directly state that Skull Kid is going to be a playable character. Then we have the new adventure mode, which is going to be a mix between Subspace Emissary and Melee's adventure mode, and honestly, that's what I think we're going to see happen. I don't think we're going to get a grand Subspace Emissary like we had in Brawl, but I think we're going to get something really substantial and something really cool. So after that, we move on to boss battle mode being in the game, and you can switch your character voices from English to Japanese, and I think both of those make a lot of sense. I think that boss battle is a really fun mode that definitely should come back, and I also think it's really interesting that you can switch your characters' voices from English to Japanese, because some people in America are definitely going to prefer Marth and Roy's Japanese voices over their English ones, because that's what they grew up with. So then we have a new mastermind in the game like Taboo from Brawl, and honestly it's probably going to be Master Hand since he was the original antagonist in the Super Smash Bros. Games, and it would be a shame if we didn't see him join again. And then finally the motto, "Everyone is here," wasn't only meant for the playable characters. I think that means that everything that has appeared in Super Smash Bros. Before is going to end up being a trophy or something that you can collect just to look at for the nostalgia. And finally, the most interesting part of this leak is the hints that he gives regarding the new characters. So I'm going to give you my personal opinion about who I believe these characters are going to be, and then I want to hear your opinions in the comment section down below, so make sure you let me know. First of all, hint number 1, the princess will be happy to see this person again. It states in the title that it is in relation to the Skull Kid information, so this is obviously going to be Skull Kid. Hint number 2, a young man's unstoppable destiny, one will live and one will die. I believe this is referring to the Black Knight from the Fire Emblem series. I say this because I read it in a comment a little bit lower down. Hint number 3, beloved little guy with blue is his favorite color. This is either referring to Bandana Waddle Dee or Gino because they are both closely associated with blue, and both of them are expected to make an appearance. And finally, we have hint number 4, dynamic duo. I originally thought that this was referring to Banjo and Kazooie, but now I believe that this is referring to Mario and Luigi from the Mario and Luigi games. If you've never played any of the Mario and Luigi games, first of all, you really should because they're a lot of fun, but they have a lot of really weird and quirky moves that I think would fit really well into Smash, along with their bros moves. These are kind of like their special moves, and they would work really well when fighting. They'd be a good tag team duo like Ice Climbers, and I think overall they have a really good shot of making it into the game. So now that we've gone over the leak, do I believe it's true? Honestly, I think there's a possibility of it being true, but it's a little hard to believe because we're getting 2 more Fire Emblem characters, and I'm pretty sure that would bring up the number of Fire Emblem characters to more than the Mario series characters. However, I have been wrong before, and if this is the final roster, I'd be pretty happy with it overall. So let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Do you believe this leak is real, and would you be happy with it if it was? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.